Rise with me, get fly with me, stay lit with me, take a trip with me, flow with me, grow with me, dream with me, vibe with this frequency. Hey y'all, this is Rayborn the Witch coming at you live from Femspiration 215, and I come to provide a message for the collective from the four directions. It's been a minute since I've been here, and I welcome all of you that have subscribed to my channel. Welcome. Thank you for joining me on this journey, and I'm very excited to do this message today. It's just a good little intro back into my practice for the channel and for my YouTube channel as well. So I work with directional energy, and I love calling in the four directions to guide me and to help guide you. So today I've pulled 4 decks that I feel will be very helpful for ushering us into this new moon that is going to happen on Sunday the 11th. And it's going to be a new moon in Aries, which is a perfect and potent manifestation energy. It is 11, which is all about divine alignment and divine purpose. So I think it's perfect to kind of go with the 4 directions, because 4 is also an 11 energy. 1, 1, 1, 1, right? So what we're going to be doing is we are going to be calling in the 4 directions, starting with the North energy. And for North energy, I usually go with an animal deck. So I have 2. So I'm going to be using the Colette Barrett Reed deck, and she's going to be giving us a message from the 4 directions from the North energy. North energy is all about resourcefulness and will, kind of your true direction. So for the North energy, and I just flipped on and got the turkey spirit, which I've been seeing turkeys everywhere on my apartment complex. It's beautiful. It helps me and reminds me of gratitude. I saw like a whole field of them the other day, which was amazing. So I'm going to be calling for some animal energy, but because I just got some shivers, that turkey spirit is definitely something to pay attention to, and gratitude is super important to pay attention to right now. But let's get an energy that flips out for us for our collective from the North. Oh, yes. And we have the beaver spirit, laying a solid foundation. This is so important. Building the 4, the 11 is all about building energy, right? So laying a solid foundation, stick by stick, brick by brick, stone by stone, and understanding that a beaver kind of is slow and steady to win the race. So that energy is something that you've already been working towards, and it's going to be pushing forward now. You've laid a solid foundation. You've laid the groundwork, either emotionally, you've stopped some rushing water as the beaver does, or you've also been able to collect where you need the water to go and direct it where you want it to go, right? So there's that energy of the beaver, and the beaver is a communal animal. They work with others to really help kind of like I said, lay a solid foundation for their community, and that is the energy that we are all embodying. And the beaver moon has just passed recently, so kind of going back to that beaver moon energy, I think that was the first moon of the first full moon of the year was the beaver moon, if I'm not mistaken. Please comment below if I'm wrong about that, but kind of going back to those lessons. And I'm so happy that we get the crow spirit, because crow spirit and crow medicine is so potent right now, and something that I'm really working with. And it says co-create with spirit, and it's really kind of like helping me understand that this energy is going to be with me. I'm working with somebody that uses crow medicine. His name is Jordan. He's crow.walk on Instagram. He is my spiritual mentor at the moment. He's helping me work through a lot of shadow work. And he is an energy healer. He's amazing. I'm going to be using his deck in a second. But this is 17, so that's an 8. So that's that double 4, right? So really laying a solid foundation by working with spirit and allowing spirit to guide the way as well. The crows are definitely active I love having crows around me and seeing them flying all over the place where I live now. I did before, but now it's even more, and I love it. So we have definitely co-creating with spirit and laying a solid foundation, leading us into this new moon in Aries, which I love. The strike of the match, I like to call it, with the Aries energy. It's the first cardinal sign. It's the first sign of the zodiac to lead us into a new year, pretty much a new cycle. So I love that energy and really envisioning what we want for the rest of the year and moving forward as well. So now I'm going to be using my mentor's deck. It's called 33 Masters. You can purchase it. He has them available on his website. If you go look on his link tree, you'll be able to see all of the offerings that he has available. But right now I'm going to be pulling a message. He co-created with Spirit to create this deck. He allowed Spirit to come through him and create, and I love when I pull, like I flip the deck right into the inner child. The inner child healing has been so vital and so important for my shadow work, and it's probably something that you've been laying a solid foundation of, and maybe playing with your inner child as opposed to chastising them, right? And it says nature. So getting into nature is also very important right now because it is abundant and it is here to help us and guide us and help us move forward, and utilizing all the elements of nature to really kind of make our dreams come true and see the inspiration that we have around us is also very important. We got those honeybees coming in to pollinate the flowers we've just planted in our gardens. But I am going to be shuffling through and getting another message. But as I said before, when I split the deck and I get those two energies, you can apply those to your situation as well. This one was already, I love it. This one was already flipped up, and I'm going to take it because this is a direct message, right? This is not only a direct message for me, but also a direct message for you to slow down. As you can see, there's those rocks there. They're in front of the mountains that you have to get past still, right? So there's still some work to be done. There's still some ground to be laid, but you still have time. Just because this Aries energy is rushing forward and it's causing you to feel like you have to rush forward and win a race, there's never a race to be won. There's always time to create what you need to create and work with spirit, and spirit's time to also create and also lay the groundwork for that, because you are going to be rerouted in this coming months. You're going to be redirected by spirit. If you're co-creating with spirit, you have to let them lead the way. So that energy to slow down and to really appreciate these moments that you've already had and cultivated for yourself, and also the moments to come, is so important. Recognize what you've already done and the work that you've already done to bring yourself into this space of alignment, and continue to do that. Continue to slow down when you're in this process. Continue to meditate. Continue to ground yourself. Continue to take moments to stop and smell the roses. It's so, so, so important, because as the energy speeds up, as springtime emerges, we feel this energy and this need to kind of rush forward. But there always is moments to have gratitude and also be present in that present moment. So slowing down so that you realize that you have to you have to conjure the strength to still climb those mountains that are ahead. There's still mountains ahead that you have to climb. And I had that inner child and nature come out. So kind of utilizing those energies as well to still heal that inner child so that you can go forth and conquer what you need to conquer is so important. So now that I've gone, and that was my East energy, right? So working with the masters and the ascended masters, we work with that ethereal realm, right? The air energy. So that's kind of the energy that came forth with that. And now I'm going to be using Angela Mary Magick's Moon Baby Magic Tarot deck, and I'm going to be getting a South energy. South is creativity, passion, right? What sparks your imagination, and also how you kind of detach from energies that are no longer needed so that you can really step into your alignment, right? So Angela Mary Magick's deck, when it comes out in reverse, it's a song message. So I do have the song book, and then also the color fields are so, so, so important. But I did flip the deck on King of Lasers, Innovate, and also 10 of Waves, Birth. So you are birthing new creations. You are innovative. You are really bringing into being something that nobody else has done. I think on my gratitude gratitude last night on one of my sticky notes that I put in my jar for my gratitude practice that I do daily. Right before I go to bed, I said, I am thankful for my innovative spirit. Like, I like to be super creative, and I like to imagine things that I haven't seen before, or seen in this time before. So right now we're going to get a message from Angela Mary Magick's deck here. And as tarot tradition, I always will shuffle it, but now I'm going to be coming forth with the tradition and splitting the deck and pulling the card from what pile resonates the most. And we get this top card, and we have the Nine of Caves, prosperity. And if you look at this Nine of Caves, and I'm going to get the moon placement, but this Nine of Caves is all the spices, right? All the different spices of life, all the different spices and added ingredients that you want to add to what you're already doing, and all the innovation that you're already making happen in your mind that you want to direct outwards with that King of Lasers energy, with that King of Wands energy, which is definitely something and energy I'm trying to step into little by little, right? There is this element of needing to add different ingredients into my spells, into my recipes, into my medicine to help heal me and continue to help heal me and slow me down and strengthen my inner self, right? So think about all of the concoctions that you can kind of use right now to really strengthen your spirit so that you can be ready and fortified for the work ahead, for the birth ahead, right? Birthing is hard work. I am not a person that's given birth to a human, but I have given birth to things in the past, and it's an excruciating process because it requires you to kind of bust out of the cocoon. But inside that cocoon, that butterfly, that moth is pretty much consuming themselves. It's pretty much the Ouroboros, right? It's pretty much consuming themselves to rise again, right? So using that medicine that you can find that's been given to you that will help strengthen you is so important right now. And your prosperity will emerge from that. The Nine of Caves is the Knight of Pentacles. So we're seeing, I'm sorry, the bird just flew by, but we're seeing like this independent energy with that nine, right? We're seeing that we are able to do things on our own and co-create with spirit to make our dreams come true in this solitary, diligent practice that we are using right now. When I think of nines, I also think of the Hermit, healing thyself. So now I'm going to be getting a message from the West, and for the West, I'm going to be using my Color Mage deck. So I like to use this deck for added ingredients. So we're going to get some added ingredients to add to our spells, to add to our rituals, to add to our magic that we are going to be manifesting with under this new moon energy, because we want to, under new moon energy, manifest, right? We want to bring our spells into action. We want to create those altars and those vision boards to really spark the newness that we want to bring into our lives. So I'm going to be getting some added ingredients. I love that Freya came out, because Freya is an energy that I and a goddess that I work with and that I call to and pray with every day. So I love that she's on my altar in my kitchen. So Freya is going to help me with those added ingredients to my spells, right? She's going to help me sprinkle in the magic for my altar this coming full moon. And Goddess Freya is a goddess of hearth and home and love and magic. So using her, she's a nature goddess, right? So she's here to help us, and it's Kiss. So that color is so important, that kiss of spring, right? That first kiss of spring. And we also get tangerine. So tangerine is something that I also have been called to and signaled to. I think my grandfather wants a tangerine, and I'm going to put one on the altar. So I'm going to create an altar for my ancestors, because he just added me to Facebook, but he's passed like the other day. So I know that he's trying to get through in some weird way. And I'm going to definitely pull a tangerine for him and put it on the altar for him. And it says anticipation and excitement. So we are excited to bring in this new energy. We are excited to bring in that citrus, that fresh, and those fresh ideas. And there's that fire, right? There's that sacral chakra. Creating with that sacral energy is so important. Sorry, I'm just clearing something away. So I only have a couple minutes or a couple seconds left, but I just want to say that I'm going to be doing new moon readings. So I'm going to be using my Prowess spread that I posted on my page, on the Femspiration 215 page. So if you look at that, you'll be able to maybe pull your own spread for the new moon in regards to what you want to manifest. But I will be pulling those energies for the 4 different elements so that you guys will have that as a reference point too. Stay blessed, not stressed, and I will see you soon. Thank you so much for tuning in.